Hey guys, Tank here. Different view, different perspective, trying something new to go live on. This is not on Teams, this is not on StreamYard. This is just me and you guys having fun chit chatting. I got this from Justin to actually work on a couple things to do on there install light kit, install sound kit, and also swap the bumpers. So this is a actually a plastic bumper, very flexible, and I basically have to swap everything over onto the metal bumper. So metal bumper does come with the metal shackles that actually are gonna go there. It does come with its own hardware. They are silver. Everything is black. So I'm just going to reuse. That's what I did on the other one. I did the 4x4 version of this the other day. And now this is the plastic version. So this is the 6x6 version. Sorry. So now what comes with the bumper? It comes with the metal bumper. It does come with the hardware to install these there, 12 screws, but I'm going to use a black one so I don't have to paint the other ones. And also, you do have to take off these little covers. You do have to take off the hardware to actually hold the lights. Everything transfer onto this. So things you need to get is a small little tweaker screwdriver for the small screws here in the front, and they are very easy to strip when you're screwing them back on, and also easy to lose. So just be careful. So um, let's start taking the bumper off. So first thing to do is actually take the screw off the side. There's one on each side. The other one actually had two screws. This one only has one. I'm not sure why. And I can see that this had some Loctite previously on there. So I'm actually using my fingernail right now to try to remove some of the Loctite that's on there because I am going to put some new one. But I found that when you put new Loctite, it's always a good idea to try to take off the old one. So one screw. Ah, ah, ah. Count Dracula. Take off the other one. Hey, Whitsley, how you doing? This is just me and you today. Well, me and you. Me and people. This is not streaming via Google Hangout. So it's just me and you guys in the chat. So this is a 6x6 RC four-wheel drive. Sells it as an Overlander, and you can also get that at Asia Tees, which is called a Zetros. This one does have a flatbed, and front bumper came off. It usually has two screws here underneath to actually hold this. Once you put the new bumper on, you can tell that the new bumper is way bigger. Hey, big head. Just crazy glue it and be done forever. Yeah, right. So the metal bumper is actually much wider. It actually has this angle that actually comes down that the plastic bumper does not have, and it does come down a little lower than this guard for the shackle and all that. So I am just going to leave this. That's what I did on the other one, and actually just install the front bumper, the metal bumper on here. But before installing the bumper, I got to take all the garbage off of it, which is the light bucket and the retainer. This can stay there. Don't need that. The other one has one built in. And also this light thing that's in the front. So could take that off first. Let me get my Phillips. And again, These are very tiny screws that are easily lost, that I have to be careful not to lose. So I'll do one at a time. Good thing there's a bed. I can put the parts in there. I was going to use Teams to do it, but I never tried going live with just YouTube, just a camera, which is strange enough. I think I might have once, but I decided to give it a try just for the hell of it. Now, when you install these, they seem to be a little loose, the screws, onto that metal bumper. So I guess the hole that they've done is a little big. I'm not sure. What I'll do in the back of the screw, I'll put some Loctite in the back so it actually dries up. Makes it a little harder for it to come out. So 2 little dabs. One reason I don't put it through the front is it is plastic, and Loctite will eat up your plastic. Hey, 907 Arctic, how are you doing? Actually installing a metal bumper onto this thing for Justin at STCRC. Check them out, stcrc.ca. They're supposed to come out with a new website soon. My son was playing hockey yesterday. He had 2 games, and he has 1 more game today. Preseason game, just not evaluation, but just to see how the teams are going to perform against other teams. Then hockey season should start hopefully next month. Hockey's pretty big in Canada. And he's a goaltender. We did try for him to go for the pros this year, but politics, and it seems like it's a big click from them to, if you're not part of their gang, you don't have much of a chance. And plus, one of the dad was the assistant coach of one of the kids, and I guess that automatically makes you in. So I don't think his son was better than mine. They were pretty close, but he got in and mine did not. Plus, there was another guy that was friends with a lot of people there, and he made it also. So my son did not make it. I guess I got to suck up some ass somewhere. I'm not going to do that. Having coffee, cool. And I'm putting some Loctite in the back of that screw just so it stays in there, so it dries up in the back of it. Goosey, how you doing? Big Head's in there. Woodsley RC's there. 907's there. So how's the weather up there up north, 907? I did get this. It's a driver. It's a 2.5 nut driver. I did the other bumper without having this, but what I did is I took a screw that had a 2.5 and I put 2 nuts behind it like this. And that permitted me to actually go onto here and actually take it off. So you just use the nut in reverse onto this, because this is exactly the same size as your 2.5. So by using a nut, I did get around to taking it off, but it was a little close for, especially this plastic is thick, to get into the side there. So here on the manual, the These I had to just use a pair of pliers to take it off. The metal bumper is nice and thinner, so my solution did work. But I knew I had another one, so I'd said just to buy the proper tool and get this. So now it makes it a heck of a lot easier taking this apart. You find these screws a lot into the into wheels. You're all charged up and ready to bash? Cool. Go out there and break something. If you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun. Yeah, what are you running? What are you going to be running outside, Gushi? I fixed my Wraith. Did do a quick little video. I just got to post it. I got 2 other videos in the queue to actually be published. I should just publish them. I should do more shorts. A lot of people are enjoying shorts. But basically, I'm not a short guy. I like just better doing longer videos. So there we go. One reason I'm taking this off the plastic bumper is just get to access to the hardware. The hardware is black and the bumper is black. Hardware that came with this is actually silver. So no thanks. I'm going to keep it all black. It's going to look better. He's going to use everything, he says, even his 24th deadbolt. Cool. 907 says it's windy, partially cloudy, in the mid 30s this morning. Well, mid 30s good. RC Recreation, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in. And I got a fly flying around here. So this should be a pretty quick video. What takes the longest is taking these hardware off of this and taking the light buckets in behind here to actually hold the lights. You can actually see a little bit. They do have lens, which is kind of cool in the back. So just 2 screws to take off and transfer onto the other one. Cost me $30 to get this. Well, it actually comes with 4 different ones. You got a 1.5, 1 millimeter, 1.5, 2, and 2.5. Or no, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and I believe a 3 millimeter of these. So I got a whole bunch of these now. I even got the 3.5, 4, 5, and 5.5. So now I'm just going to take off the light buckets in the rear. Oh, almost lost my little screw. Like I said, this comes from STCRC. Go check them out at stcrc.ca. One screw fell, and I'm not sure where it went. Oh, there it is. Good thing my thing is magnetized. So this is the light bucket. It comes with covers on it, and then you just put your lights. I do have to put a light kit on here, but I decided to put this on first, and then I'll worry about the light buckets later, because there's so much thing to do on this. Especially the light kit comes with a lot of lights. A Lots of lights in here. Everything's in Chinese. The instructions are not very good. And I do have to turn it on. Separate, mark every light where they go, because there is cab lights, there's bumper lights, there's a whole bunch of different lights. So it's going to be very weird or very hard to determine where the lights are going to go. If I can line up this thing good. Hardest thing of doing sometime, I find live videos, is trying to do the work in front of the camera. That is correct. If you want to do like Woodsley and type shout out all in one word, we'll put a link to your YouTube channel onto the chat. And it's a little tougher to screw in there because we are now screwing into metal compared to before. We were screwing onto plastic or unscrewing into plastic. There we go, first side done. And then we'll reinstall all these little tiny screws onto there. But I'm getting the light buckets off the plastic part. It's a little easier if you take the LED retainer off to actually take off the bumper and put it back on. But I'm lazy, and I can handle taking it off and not worrying about. There we go. Try to do this one. I have a whole bunch of jobs to do for this for Justin from STCRC. And some of them I got all the parts, some of them I don't. So it's kind of pick and choose what I got to work on. I got 2 trucks finished and a trailer. Now I got to deliver it or wait for him to take it to bring it home. But I might deliver it because it's taking a lot of room at my house. Hey, Bob's RC, how you doing? The tools, you get these at RC 4-wheel drive. They are back order right now. They do come in a, let me find where. So I'll show you the tool and the part number. Back in the package. So it does come like this, RC 4-wheel drive. You do have a 3, 2.5, 2, and 1.5 driver, nut driver, so very small nut driver. And part number is over here, Z-F0030 from RC 4-wheel drive. I repeat, ZF300 dot, not dot, but F0030 for the part number. Come on, camera, focus. Camera won't focus. It should focus. It's on automatic. Anyways, there it goes. Here's a part number. You can even scan the QR code and it should bring you right to the product. Cool little tool to have. I didn't have these this small. I had the other ones that were a little bit bigger, which are these drivers. So that's a 4, 5.5, 7, and 8. So now I got the little guys to go with it to complete the whole series. I got a drawer here right underneath here that has all my tools. So I like having my little toolbox on the side. Okay, so plastic bumpers all done. Couple screws there to take off. I do take off these screws because these are going to be garbage, these bumpers anyways. There's 2 more little tiny screws here. I believe they're 1.5 millimeter screws. I try to keep those just in case I do build something else and I need some spare screws from something. So I do try to strip anything I'm going to throw away and try to reuse it. Okay, so bumper has the 2 light buckets. Just trying to catch up on the chat. Okay. Now I'm going to install these guys. So it's pretty easy because the screw actually does fall in there and then it just sticks out a little bit. So for you to screw it, you do have to hold it out just a bit. Put it in there. And screw it in where it goes. Might be easier for me to start it by hand because it falls. Screws are way too short and it falls in the hole. Now my hand is way too big and doesn't fit in there quite right. So I'm going to use my little upside down screw and use that to actually start the screw. So this is a screw with 2 3 millimeter screw onto it. I'll hold the screw in there and then you can just put it straight, start it off, and then use this to finish it off. Way easier to put on. Let's finish the rest. Creighton, LMT, Kaiju I wouldn't mind getting. Creighton also, that's one truck I'd like to get. Short Arch truck, I do have the Slash. Had it for years. Just love it. 10 scale infraction and 6S. Wow. Yeah, when you start running 6S there, that's a different league of RCs. Way more carnage. Kind of cool. But man, can you ever destroy things when you're running on 6S though. But if the truck is built for it, like if you do get the Creighton 6S or Infraction 6S, the drivetrain is actually built for it. Compared to a lot of people, they take a 3S, then they take the ESC out and make it 6S. Yes, you can do that, but your drivetrain is not really made to withstand that much power. It does work. You'll get breakage, but fixing it is half the fun. And like I say, if you don't break anything, you're not having any fun. So push your RCs to the limit. That's what I mean by my saying. Go out there, have some fun, break something, which means push it to the limit, push it to the max, and hopefully you'll have so much fun and you'll break something. I forgot to Loctite the wheel and they flew off the felony. Cool. Rolled so far down the street, I thought I would walk for, but yeah. So let me get another screw ready to put the other side on. When they manufacture these in mass quantity, man, all the metal cutting that they do for the how small that is, it must be really cool to go over there and see how it's manufactured. Mind you, I would like to go see that, but not everybody cares about how things are manufactured. Show I used to like, and it's still around these days. It's How's It Made on TV, and it's interesting. Sometimes some stuff to see how it's actually made. Well, hopefully you didn't forget to Loctite anything this time. Awesome for you guys to drop by and chat and tell me your life story and what's going on with you. Very appreciated. Debating to watch a movie next. I think I'm gonna go try to download or see if I can get a hold of the She-Hulk. Anybody seen that from Disney yet? The She-Hulk. I think it's a mini series. She-Hulk, a lawyer or something like that. This is going to be so much better having this on this bumper, especially metal the way it is made to pull something and hook something. I really like how they've done these shackles on there. And they should be very strong to actually work with. So, and again, this is very tight to get in there. And need to find my little screw kit because I do want to put more screws onto there. I think I have some spare ones here on the side. Yes, I do. There was only 2 screws on each side, but I am going to put 4. Yeah. So you lost the wheel when you went looking for the nut, man. That must have did a long time. You were squirrel looking for that nut. You did find it. Wow. If the client does not want it back, or if somebody does not want it back, I upgrade so many things. I don't have a choice of getting rid of it, or else I'd get way too many stuff, which way too many other stuff that would be no good or take up too much room. Okay. Where is my probe? Got a very sharp probe usually that I use to stick in the hole to line up. Make sure I'm lined up with the hole, because you can't really see or tell where the hole is. Okay. I usually stick it in and then it lines up everything. You know, you stick something in to line up something. LOL. Oh, it went up. There we go. One screw in. I won't tighten it up too much because I do have to put the other side on. Bob's RC did a shout out. Stuff. Go check him out. Go visit him. Gotta take time one of these days to actually make sure I'm actually subscribed to most of the people that come here. Like I said, I find it strange that there was only two screws onto here because the bumper is loose. Well, if I tighten it up, it will stay there, but you need 4 screws on that. Somebody else took this apart. Now I got to put it back together. And he gave me like 8 trucks, or 6 or 7 trucks like this. And now I have to put it back all together. Problem is, I don't know if I have all the parts at the right place. Man, I need to get myself some hex driver with a ball end, because I'm on an angle here. And if you don't have a ball end, it makes it way harder for you to put the screw in. And we're almost done with this stream, because I'm almost done putting the bumper back on. I find sometimes the ball end one, they don't last as long. But they are good to get around. There we go, that's tight. And that's tight. Now I do have to paint this truck. It is silver right now. He wants me to paint the cab. So, and I got the hood somewhere. Somewhere in all the bags is the hood. And where is that hood? Where is that hood? I do have sound kit to put in there. And somewhere I do have a hood. There's a box full of servos. The other bumper. I just found a 3rd metal bumper. Wait a minute. Do I have 3 trucks like this to do? Might have 3 of those to do. I think I do have an 8x8. So that, I'm not sure where the hood is. Anyways, I know I do have the hood somewhere. So I do have to paint this cab. It is silver right now. I am not sure which color he wants, so I got to get back to him and find out what color he wants this thing to be. So bumpers installed. Next is I actually have to power up the LED kit for this truck. and actually find out which light is for which one. They do come with instruction, so but exactly which one it is, I don't think they're labeled. So it does tell you a 3mm is this color and so on. So I will power it up, and then I got to start wiring this, and then the cab. The hood has lights, and I think that's it. I don't think this kit actually has side lights, but these tires are crap. They're very hard. But hey, they're very scale. So someone didn't tap that like. Darn, come on, guys, tap that like button. Bubbles RC says, wow, I've walked 5 kilometers and been picking weed in my jungle. Yeah, your lower back is completely lost, I guess, when you walk 5 kilometers and pick up weeds. I use a weed whacker, way easier, but sometimes you just want to pull that weed out. I understand that. Cool. Well, thanks for dropping in, Bubbles. Take rest that back up and have fun. RC Master, how are you doing? Thanks for dropping in. At least I'm doing a stream where it's not late for you, anyways. Cool. Cool 907. Yes, this is a cool 6x6. Hopefully, I'll have a chance to try it out once I'm done. I do have a 4x4 version of this, which I have to pull all the electronics. This one came ready to run. So we'll see how that's going to react. This one has a radio link onto it. I don't know why the steering servo was pulled off of it. On his list of tasks, he did not mention if he wanted me to change the servo, so I will have to ask him if he wants me to change the servo, but he probably has a stock servo. This has been changed to a radio link truck, so I do have a radio link here, radio for them. So I got to bind that to that and give it a try, make sure everything works, especially with the diffs. This has locking diffs for the 3 axles and a high-low gear. And I believe it's on high. When it's on high gear, the diffs are unlocked, and as soon as you put it in low gear, the diffs locks, and the transmission goes in low gear, and that's all done with one servo. So that's pretty interesting how they do that, because they have on the one servo, they have all the diffs coming on one side, and they have the transmission coming on the other side. So it actually clicks, and then the one for the transmission actually pushes in. There's a spring in there that actually pulls it back. So it's kind of interesting how they engineered that to actually do that. But I love how the scale items on here on this side is like the gas tank and the oil tank for and it's just so scale, so nice. This actually has a door that can actually open, and you pull down on it, and the doors actually open on this, and the interior is very neat. It is a very expensive truck, but the details on this is just crazy and awesome. I've had one of the guys here in the group, he had a 4x4, and he actually brought it on the trails. Of course, it's not a crawler, it's not performed that good, but he did come here and used it, and he had some fun. One thing, I did install the bumper, I did Loctite it, but I'll have to take it off again because the hinges for here are right up front here. Usually the hinges on top, so you don't have to, but this one are in the front. So for me to reinstall the cab onto here, I'll have to take off my bumper again. But hey, that's something I can handle. It's pretty interesting how they got these things to actually work. and do. It's very cool. I'm just going to see where my mouse is so I can, oh, there it is. So guys, thanks for jumping in. Have some fun with me and install this. And we'll be talking to you guys later, either on a different channel or with somebody else, or on RC Talk on Thursday. Till then, take care and go out there and charge up some batteries and break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having fun. Cheers, guys. We'll talk to you guys later.